He's one of the funniest people on the planet, a friar and a delight, and we're all glad to see that he's back in robust health, the wonderful Norm Crosby.
All right.
Thank you very much. It's an incredible evening, a lot of talent yet to come. I'm really going to try to stick to my 3 minutes. I am personally so pleased and proud that so many of you, this unbelievable gathering to honor Uncle Milty, we're full. There isn't an empty seat in the house, and that's a tribute to Milton and to the committee and to the people who put this thing together. I wanted to say how pleased I am. I just wanted to say how very pleased I am, and that in my heart, I know that somewhere, somehow, Johnny Francis is making money from this event. Milton was a dear friend. I sat with Milton in that corner table so many, many times at so many functions, at so many other occasions, and he was always, always so generous about sharing lines and ideas and jokes. And he gave me lines that were gems. I think of all the wonderful things that Milton did in his life and his career, the Friars roasts were his forte. He was spectacular at the roast. That was his thing. He was brilliant at the roast. I remember I was being roasted once, and Milton got up and he said, "You can make all the fun you want about Norm Crosby with the hearing aids and he doesn't hear. But just remember, this is a man who knows the agony of standing on a stage and not being able to hear laughter and applause. And this is before he had the hearing problem." Milton made me such a hero with a line that was legendary at the Friars in New York. We honored Richard Pryor, and of course Richard Pryor, being the type of comedian that he was, the roast was unbelievably vulgar. I mean, it was really raunchy, dirty, and Robin Williams was the roast master, and I got up and I said, of all the people on this dais, of all the people in this room, and there were 2,600 people in the audience, maybe 60 people on the long dais, I know Richard the best, the longest, and very few people know that we were little kids together, that we played together, that we grew up together, until he was 11 years old, and then my father sold him. This is the program from the Friars tribute to Milton at the New York Friars Club on April 29th. And I'd just like to read a couple of things from it. Milton gave and took away. He gave us joy, pleasure, and the exquisite nonsense that brought us all through some turbulent times. And so he took away all of our love, affection, and gratitude for a job and a life well done. I'm so glad that Dean, and Sammy, and Frank are joined by Milton. And if he is as he always was, he must be on right now. What a treasure and a teacher we lost. Jerry Lewis. Very well done. Here's one more. To those of us in the comedy business, Milton can never be forgotten. He left a million memories of funny lines and funny things that he did that will bring a chuckle every time he comes to mind. What a wonderful legacy to leave behind, the constant reminder of laughter. And that was written by Norm Crosby. I said this at Milton's funeral, I'm going to say it again. There is not a comedian in the business today, or of yesterday, or yet to come, who did not do, who does not do, and who will not do something that Milton created and gave to us. He was the ultimate. He was the epitome of stand-up comedy. He created, he innovated, and he showed us all how it should be done. We will miss him terribly. He will never, ever, ever be forgotten. Thank you.
Norm Crosby.